when would you use PR for a product launch, for an e-commerce product launch? When would you actually think, yeah, I should be using PR for this?
Well, okay, Neil, I'm kind of biased. This is obviously what I do for a job, so I would say that everybody should be using it, and for a couple of reasons. So firstly, essentially, it's quite a cheap way to do your marketing. Essentially, like we work from other people's platforms, so it's not essential that you have your own community or huge social following or anything like that. And I guess how we usually work is via top tier media, so having them sort of sing your praises. And
what does that mean, top tier media? That's an in-house term that we as like people don't know. What does that mean, top tier media?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so essentially in your niche you would have media like with large followings. So in Australia, like our general news media is places like, I don't know, news.com.au or like the weekly mags, places like that. But then also if you're operating in a niche like a baby one, it would be like, I don't know, Essential Baby or Essential Kids, places like that. So essentially we work to use like news platforms and also like niche sort of trade media platforms as well, to speak about your news and, the things that you want to sort of discuss. So it's a really cool way to be using media in that sense. The other thing that I would say is it definitely works. So we recently, like my agency that I work for, enlisted a pretty top tier like Amazon client, and we were tasked with essentially just getting them like Black Friday sales coverage. So not even like a new product launch or anything, just literally get me on news.com.au for the Black Friday sales. So we did a great job and got them sort of 15 pieces of coverage, which is essentially like blanket coverage for the area that they operate in. And they made, I'm just trying to remember the exact numbers, but I think it was like 647 sales in 24 hours on the Thursday before Black Friday. And if you kind of do the maths on that, that's almost like 250K revenue in one sort of day. So I think PR was the only sort of marketing strategy that they were using at the time, with obviously the discount for Black Friday. But yes, it can work, and it can work really, really well when you do it well. So I guess it would be something that I would always recommend to people to do. Yeah,
okay, sure. That's cool. I like that. And I'm with you. I actually think that if you're doing a product launch, part and parcel of that, you have to get that message out. And if you can get PR as a part and parcel of that, it can just drive an insane amount of sales, because the trust factor is just so huge when you get with a third-party referral, something like that. It's just huge. That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A session with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. Over 2,500 members and growing. We're actually the fastest growing e-commerce community right here in Australia, with sales of over $50 million. If you'd like to find out more about what we do at the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, get yourself off to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au, and I will see you on the inside. Until then, bye.